Oh, okay. There we go. Maybe that's a better angle, huh? Woo woo! Don't think so. No. Alright. I, I don't know what to do. I haven't done this in a while. But, hey everybody, this is Rock Queens, everyone coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. How's it going? It's America's birthday. How are you celebrating America's birthday? Well, with me and Jim, we're just having a pleasant time being with each other. That's how we're celebrating America's birthday. In fact, I almost didn't get to celebrate America's birthday, July 4th, because on July 2nd and the 3rd, I was in the hospital. Woo woo! Fun times there, baby. So, I'm here. I'm here. But I hope you're having a safe and happy July 4th. I hope you're gobbling down a lot of good eats, having fun with friends and family, and we're just hanging out. Hanging out. What is this? What is this? I don't understand what. I think they did something to YouTube Live because um and there goes the fireworks. There goes the fireworks. But I don't know what's going on with YouTube Live. I guess I have to check out their community blog, whatever that is. I actually feel like I want to start over, to tell you the truth. And I really feel like I should be facing that way instead of this way in case a firework comes in, you know, hits me on the head or something.
Cat.
I don't know. I thought you brought her in. Yeah. Maybe I should do this. I'm feeling I should do it over there in my usual spot. You know how sometimes fireworks just have a mind of its own. At times, you know. Oh yeah, there's the sunset. How about that? No, they're gonna play the guitars. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm 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 debating here. I really am. I think I'm gonna tell you something. My mother-in-law. I miss you, Ma. I miss you, and you know that. Uh, she was the glue that really held the family together. Okay. And when she died, everybody just dispersed. They just did their own thing. Uh, I hear them. It's not even dark yet, and they're firing crap off. But what I'm trying to say is this. Uh, it's another reminder of how things used to be around here with my mother-in-law living like right right there, like 100 feet away. And it's sad. Uh, to give you a little bit of a backstory, uh, this is a family compound. I call it the Charles Manson family compound. You think this is crazy around here? Not that crazy though. Uh, and when Jim was growing up here, they used to have a huge, and I'm talking about a huge 4th of July celebration with, with his family, you know. And over there, Caddy Corner, is Jim's cousins. And I mentioned this so many times before, guys. In back of me, well, you can't really see it, but it was Jim's grandfather's house that he built by hand. And thank God my mother-in-law didn't find out that her father's house was not in the family anymore. So I did take part in a couple of 4th of July ceremonies here. Hear them? I actually feel like going over there, and probably playing the drum. I can't do that, trust me, because I would end up in the ER. But it's sad. It really is sad that ever since my mother-in-law passed away, it's like everybody just does their own thing. You know? It sort of reminds me of my own family. You know? But, they party, they smoke pot, they drink, and all that. That won't bother me, okay? I've been around it. It doesn't bother me.
Pawnee.
It affects Jim, though.
Pawnee.
And that's what. But we never talk to these guys anyway. And so, very rarely do we. And every time we meet, they act all weird, like, because they think we're better than them, which is not the case at all. It's just that, we're, Christian and all this stuff. Listen, I might be clean and sober, but I'm not dead. I know how to have a good time. I love to party, sober, okay, and stuff. And I love to dance and all that crap. I was actually telling Jim last night. about I had to do a dance for one of the EMTs. His name is Carson. And Carson, if you're watching, I love you, buddy. I found out something about you, which I really, which I really want to I really want to do this dance, but in a special way though. um, yeah, it's just another reminder of days gone by, you know. And they never invite us, you know, for, you know, 4th of July or thing. Actually, when my mother-in-law died in 2001, 2021, it was like a week before Thanksgiving, and they had something for us. You know, they invited us, what, just for one Thanksgiving meal? You know, it's out of courtesy, I guess, and kindness, but whatever. Yeah. They sound good, don't they? Make me want to go over there and say, "What's up, people? The rock stars here." You know. And also, Ozzy's last concert. Yeah, I doubt that very much. But Ozzy's last concert, July 5th. All night I've been wanting to really get the ticket for the pay-per-view. It's bittersweet, you know, and I think I would get really emotional and stuff. But I don't think this is gonna be the last concert. Not for Ozzy anyway. You know. Is that like I wanna go over there? I really do. I really do. I'm listening to it and I'm like, damn. I'm not gonna lie, I do want to go over there just for the hell of it. I mean, Mark comes over here, his cousin, and he's really, you know, whatever, in his own way, but, oh man, I want to go over there. I did have something planned for July 4th. I really did. I was going to have a live stream with Jim and I in front of a fire pit with the, you know, magic sparklies and all that in the fire, and then we were going to shoot up fireworks. But because I was discharged from the hospital on July 3rd at night, that was another ordeal in itself, we couldn't do it. But for the longest time, like last night, Jim and I, we were sitting out there and we were just looking at the satellites going over us. No shooting stars. that we can wish upon. You know, it was just quiet, and you heard, you know, the fireworks in the background. And it was the most peace I've ever felt in a long time. You know, and we were out here for 4 hours. So that tells you something. Who is that playing? I don't even know if Jason and Cindy are over there. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. There's always next year, right? God willing. I want to know who's playing. Oh, now they're turning it up. Should we walk over there, guys? Out of respect for Jim, I'm not. I don't care if they smoke pot and drink. That's not my thing anymore. I can handle it. Jim, I think, is, you know, every time, you know, we go down the highway or whatever, he's like, you smell that? You smell that? I'm like, yeah. And even last night, he's like, I don't think that's pot smoke. I think it's just a skunk. I said, yeah, it's just a skunk. You know. So tell me how you guys are celebrating this weekend. I hope you're celebrating it safe. And please don't drink and drive, guys. Please. Not even buzz driving. I really want to go over there. Brings back the old times, guys. Trust me. Right now, my eyes are like... And Jim's right now is looking out the window.
I was listening to you talk.
No.
Is that a skunk?
Where?
Joe.
Where's the skunk?
As you were saying on your stream about smelling pot or skunk.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh. Well, there is skunk weed. You know that, right?
You didn't hear that, did you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what? It was a fart? Yeah. All right. Your farts are worse than a skunk.
Thanks.
And that's the truth, guys. Oh. Yeah. I'm just glad to be home. You know. I didn't eat much hospital food or anything. I was just like, you know, just to be home with Jim during the 4th of July. You know, that matters most to me. Yep, there they go. And I had... Yeah. So, July 1st, July 2nd, I ended up in the hospital. again in the ER. Um, Again, I felt, and please, guys, please, uh, if this triggers you, let's talk about it in the chat or whatever. You can always talk to me in the chat about this. You know, if you don't feel comfortable talking to me, you could try talk to somebody that you can confide in, like a loved one, family member, friend, whatever. If you don't have anybody, please dial 9988. Trained counselors are on call 24/7. It's free and confidential, guys. There's nothing wrong with calling a crisis line. Trust me. On July 2nd, I ended up in the hospital. I was in severe back pain. I was going through a panic attack, as usual. I did tell them I want to kill myself, but I wanted to kill the pain, not me. I just wanted to kill the pain. That's it. Okay. And they asked me. They asked me, well, do you have a plan? I said, yeah, I would take pills. I don't know. I mean, that's the most convenient. But I'm not gonna do that now, guys. I'm over that. Because right now my pain is at a tolerable level. Okay? And so, of course, you know, they had to put a 5150 on me, which is alright, but I want my back pain to be addressed. That's it. But when I'm in OSU, it's a party in my room every day, guys. Let me tell you. But, my pain is a totally different monster than my addiction was. I deal with it every day. Sometimes I have good days. Sometimes I have my real bad days that I go into a dark space. Okay? And sometimes when I go through panic attacks or something like that, it actually frustrates Jim a lot, especially if he has to go to work. He has no time left, you know, to take off work and all this stuff, and so he gets frustrated, and he just, and I understand his frustration, and I told this to the doctors and the counselor there. I said, yeah, wow. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. I am okay. What? Just a shout. Leah! How's it going, girlfriend? Happy 4th of July weekend. I hope you're having a safe one. We're not doing too much this July. Yeah, we're not doing too much this July 4th because I was in the hospital again for a couple of days, and just by being with each other is enough, right? And when you hear the firecrackers and the music playing, whatever, that's Jim's cousins, and we don't talk to them. They don't talk to us. It's one of these estranged family type deals. When my mother-in-law was alive, we would all get together, have a good old time, you know. And now, since my mother-in-law passed away, November 19, 2001, everybody just does their own thing, and it's sad. It's sad in a way, and stuff. Mark comes over here every once in a while, but sometimes, he's in his own way himself. But there, they do a lot of, drinking and smoking pot and whatever, and they just act too weird. Okay, but they do play music. The whole family like jams and stuff, and they were just playing music, and I was like, I want to go over there. I want to play the drums. I wanted to. I mean, I'm telling you, it's that mindset. It's like, I'm still 21. Let me go back over there. Let me crash the party and all that crap. Yeah, I mean, Jim plays guitar. I play drums. There was when I first came here, and in 2017, the whole family, jammed out and stuff, and actually, and here they come. I'm gonna go the other way. Yeah. Hold on, guys. We have intruders. Well, do you know what the New Jersey bird is? You know what the New Jersey bird is? The mosquito. Knock, knock, knock. How you doing?
Ready to get a plate of food over there?
We're not invited over there.
Yeah, you guys are invited now.
You're invited.
They got great food, and they want y'all to come
They
over.
want you to come over and get a plate of food. So just walk over there and get it.
Yeah.
Well, if they came and invite, we're not gonna.
Yeah, they told us to come over here and get you.
They told me to drag y'all over
Yeah,
there.
they just told us, send us over here to get you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can you tell him?
They come.
What's he doing?
Hold on, guys. I have to get. Hold on.
You go tell him. We gotta get over there.
Yeah, we're going back over. There's somebody shouting.
All right, they just told me, so we'll get him.
Hold on.
Jim. Come over here. Like this. What is wrong with you?
Hey.
All right. We're heading that way. We're taking the long way because the neighbor's a little bit crazy.
All right, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. Short visit. We need a golf cart. They have a golf cart over there. All right. So this is the deal. All right. All right. This is the deal. I told you that they're cousins over there, right? No way! No! I can't do a 4-wheel because remember back in 2007 I had 8 surgeries on my ankle. I can't do that. But yeah. So they, I don't know. This is an issue, guys, and I told you about this earlier. We never really talked to them, okay? His nephew, my nephew-in-law, whatever, came over and said, "Yeah, you're invited. Open invitation. You can get a plate of food, whatever, okay?" Now, they, like I said, they do their own thing, okay? With smoking pot, smoking pot and drinking. I'm okay with that. Let them do what they want to do. So, I don't know if you heard Jim scream, like, forget it again, like whatever. It's like, he's not in the mindset to go. He says, if you want to go over there, go. But I'm afraid he's going to be triggered. That's why. And I think it will remind him of days gone by. You know what I mean? About the whole family getting together back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Everybody's having a good old time, right? And all that stuff. Yeah, it is awkward. We never talked to these people unless we were at Tank and Tommy and they were acting all. But I want to go over there. I told you guys when they had the music playing and all that stuff, I don't want to fucking play the drums, all that crap. I know I can't because I would be in the ER fast as you could slap a mosquito on your skin. I'm just saying. Trust me. Let's just talk just for like maybe 15 minutes or whatever, and we'll just, okay? I understand where he's coming from, okay? And I told Jim in that house, I said, I'll be your shield. And when I said that, he's looking at me like, what? What are you talking? Be my shield. Because I know he'll probably end up getting triggered. And like I said, the memory is just, So, let's just sit tight, relax, chill out. I wish I had fireworks to bring, tell you the truth. See, this is my thing, right? This is my thing. If they actually came over here and knocked on the door and saying, hey, cuz, we're having a celebration, with a lot of fireworks and food, why don't you come over there and celebrate with us? No, it had to be by Jason. I can't. Yeah, right. But see, with me, and I think you know me by now. I know Jim knows me by now. Is that if we're over there and stuff, I'm not gonna be, over there to eat and run. I'm not like that. I'll be taking part of the festivities. And I'm not talking about with the drinking or, that, smoking pot, whatever. I would probably, play tag with the kids or something. Because that's how I am. I knew something was wrong when I knew something was wrong when Jim like yelled at me, like like he's like, I heard. Yeah, I want to go. I'm not gonna go without him though. It's only right, you know. Stand by your man, right? Holy shit. I miss these times with the family. Like when we had the parties over at Ann's house. And I remember the last time, it was back in 2001 when my mother-in-law was still alive and she had issues, health-wise or whatever, and we wheeled her over to Ann's and we had the fireworks going and all this stuff and all that, and then just, she couldn't really see the fire. I'm sure she saw, some lights or whatever of the fireworks or whatever, flickering of the fireworks or whatever, but I miss those times too. When we didn't spend time with Ann's kids. And I wanted to get closer to, say, Jessica and JJ. Because they lost their mother. And then that just turned... See how I'm just going down and down and down and down and down? It's getting hot. They have a pool there. I get to step in the pool, right? Sure. Times change boundaries. Then it's hard to find a new way. Yeah. We never talk to the kids anymore. It's sad. But that's how families are nowadays. Believe it or not, there are more families estranged these days than there were back in the 70s or the 80s. They're estranged for some stupid reason or politics or religion or whatever. You know what I mean? I should really walk over to the door and say, listen, if you open up the door and walk down the stairs, we're going to go. And I seriously think it's because of social media that's causing a lot of friction between families, with here they go, baby. And technology, yeah, it takes a lot of personal time away too. And it changes their minds, their beliefs, their morals, their values. They get brainwashed. That's all they do. That's all they get. Is brainwashed. I remember when my mother-in-law passed away. I'm going to tell you this. And Tina, his cousin, was sharing stuff on Facebook, like old pictures and stuff. I said, oh my God, that's such a nice picture, because a picture of the whole family, like everybody. And I said, can you make me a copy of that? And she never answered back. So I was like, whatever. The whole family, like, the Overstreets, the Hensley, whoever, I feel for him. I feel for Jim. Okay? Because it's stirring up a lot of emotions, probably about his mother, his father, his grandfather, because every 4th of July, he'll get the little, rockets, the little, I forget what they call them. They're like star shooters, I think they're called, and doom, 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 doom. You get a whole block of like 50 or 100, and you light the block, and doom, 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 doom. Yeah, we did that. Christmas, because my mother-in-law died November 19th, 2001, right? During the holidays, right? It sucks. I went online, okay? And I just don't give gifts to give gifts, okay? I don't. And I found, I forget where it was, Personalization Mall or something, and they had silver roses, like actual silver roses with a tag that you can engrave and stuff. And I gave Ann one, and remembered some, loving memory of my mom, right? And then I gave one to his daughter Lonnie, and JJ, and Jessica, right? Yeah. And so that Christmas, they had the candle and stuff, right? Yeah, my grandfather used to get them too. My grandfather used to get those too. He used to get the sparklers. We did them the other night, last night and stuff. But that's how I am. And like when Ann died and stuff, I know they went through her stuff. But did I get back the rose that I got her? He probably hocked it. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't like going here. When they do funerals, it's a lot different than what they do in Jersey. But let's not get that morbid stuff. But I have a video of me and Ann on our first 4th of July. And I was like, come on, Ann, say, let's rock, let's rock. And she said, what? And she had the hat on, let's rock. I miss Ann. She was misunderstood. And she was treated rotten, okay? But we're not going to go there either. But I guess he's not coming out. They're probably thinking, yeah, we invited... See, if the thing is, if Mark or even Tina came over here and said, you know what, we want you guys to come over, come on, celebrate with us, come on, let's do it. I don't want a third party. But I did say earlier on the stream I wanted to crash that party. Yeah, then oh my God. When I was here in 2017, and this is no joke. This is no joke. I bought $300 worth of fireworks in 2017. My first 4th of July here. $300 worth. And it lasted what? Maybe 20 minutes? Hey, at least, hey, I did that on drugs, right? I'm just saying. I don't want him to come out. But you have to understand where he's coming from, right? I know a couple like that. They party hard, and I find them quarrelsome when they. Yeah, well, Jason and Cindy do that. Are they? Whatever. I'm not. Listen, when I was here, before she got involved, I would go over to the garage. They were playing in the band or whatever and stuff. They would smoke pot, drink beer, whatever and stuff. I would just drink my Monster. Just bring my Monster, right? This is triple shot. This is the good stuff. And so I would go over there and then I would just go home.
Watching, and you said, well, you got to understand where he's coming from. And then you went completely chasing a rabbit down some other place. And you never finished your statement.
Oh, okay. Say hi.
Yeah, hi.
Do you hear him? All right, so back to what I was talking about.
Doesn't matter,
Is
I'm outside now.
I know. Well, I'm going to say it anyway. See how he's getting, guys. All right. Split. All right. So you have to understand where he's coming from, and I did talk about it earlier, right, Leah? Where I said, he's uncomfortable because there's a lot of partying going on and a lot of stuff, and maybe, it's triggering a lot of memories of, maybe his mother and his father, the whole family gathering back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Right? Didn't I say that?
Maybe. There's other things going on, too, that is not meant for this, so we'll talk later about it. But it's not, I don't have anything against him. I just had a mindset. This is going to be my night. Quiet and all this. And out of the blue, I get invited to go somewhere else. I don't operate that way. I can't function.
Do you hear him? He can't do anything off the fly, like spontaneous. He has to be in a mindset. And believe me, I'm going to tell you something. Say if I said, well, I'm going to go to bed and take a nap, right? And then I come out here and stream, and then he'll say, I thought you were going to take a nap. I said, well, I have a right to change my mind. You know what I mean? But honey, this is how I feel. If Mark or Tina came over here and invited us personally, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But Jason and Cindy, you know what I mean? So I have a problem with that too. If Tina came over here, say, come on guys, let's party, just have a good time. Yeah, okay, good. But not by a third party. But I did say on the stream that I wanted to crash that party because the music was loud. I wanted drum and stuff.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Go find her missing cat.
Oh, missing cat. So you heard him, right? He doesn't like to be on camera and whatever, but see, that's how I feel. If Tina or Mark came over here and said, come on, enjoy a plate of food, whatever, right? I understand them. you know. And I think too, like when my mother-in-law died, like a week before Thanksgiving, they invited us for Thanksgiving. All right, out night, you know, to be nice and whatever. Right? Okay. I didn't go over there because of my back. But you know, Jim and you know, Cindy and Jason did. They went over there for a little while. I didn't. You know. But it's common courtesy, don't you think? I mean, if I was in my 20s or even my 30s and stuff, I would crash that freaking party. That's how I used to be, you know? But not like, you know? It's out of respect, actually. I mean, if you can't come over here and, I mean, come on. I should have went. The fire department that usually comes here to pick me up for the EMTs, I think their last day to buy fireworks was today, and I should have gave Jim my card and said, "Here, pick out a couple of things. We'll shoot them off, and that's it, right? And we'll do a live stream." And I was gonna do a live stream July 4th, yesterday, but I told you guys that I was in the hospital for a couple of days because of my back and everything else and stuff. So, yeah. It is what it is. We're not trying to be snobs. You know I'm not. And there they go. But I think it's something deeper than that too. You know what I mean? That's going on with him. I miss the times when we had stuff going on here. They probably like you guys, but wait, hold on here. Shoot. I can't read. Oh my God, I can't read. They probably like you guys and stuff. I can't read. Oh my God, and not feeling like stepping on toes, so to speak. I don't know. I feel like when I ever met Tina, and the first time I met Tina was back in 2017 or 2018 when my mother-in-law broke her hip. And she just acted, I don't know, awkward. Probably because I'm from Jersey, I'm a metal chick, and you know. Next year it's going to be different, you know. Last year we had something going on. We had a lot of fireworks going on and stuff. I even got, I don't know if you can see this. I got that last year. He's walking around, just wandering around. You know, I knew something was up when he yelled at me, like, you know, come inside, shut the door. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I actually want to get another. Well, hey, that's Hick, right? I'm a Jersey Hick now. Hell yeah. America. Woo. Yeah. I always wanted to get a flagpole in the yard to have the American flag, the Christian flag, and, you know, get off my fucking lawn. I have that nose right on me or something like that, you know. Yeah. His excuse is, I'm looking for a cat. Pawnee just went off somewhere, I don't know. But see, now the thing is, they're going to think we're snobs. But who the heck cares? Because we're not. It's just the point. It's the principle of if they came over here to actually invited us, yeah, we would go over. But they don't get it. They can't. That's family, right? That's family. No, I like about a week ago or what, I wanted to have like a live stream with Jim and I. To have the fire pit going with all the different colors and stuff like that, right? And then shoot off the fireworks, and and still have a live stream and whatever, and of course, that those plans got scratched because I ended up in the hospital. So I wasn't even gonna live stream tonight, to tell you the truth. Woo! Here, wait, can you see it? Wait, hold on. There you go. Yeah. Can you... Woo! Yeah, they don't understand. They don't listen, okay? It's their mindset. If I had something going and stuff, I would personally invite them. That's how I am. Yeah. I think Jim went to the pond. Because I don't see his flashlight now. Yeah. There's something deeper going on with Jim. And I know this for a fact, even though he'll deny it. But I'm sure when all the fireworks are over there and whatever, he'll come back and we'll just sit out there and just enjoy the crickets and the fireflies and just the peace. Yeah. He says, he can't do anything spontaneously. Oh, come on, all right. But I love my husband very much, and I stand by him. And that's why I told him when I was in the house, I said, I'll be your shield. Because if I see him, I'll probably be on him like, flies on white rice, okay? If you know what I'm talking about. And nothing's gonna happen. Believe me. And it's their, and the thing is too, guys, it's their house. It's their property. So they can smoke pot, they can drink, they can carry on, whatever, okay? It's not me. It's not me. It's not me to say, well, you can't do that because we're here. Oh, no, you can't do that. No, that's not my right. It's their property. Now, if I'm going to tell you this, if they came to my house and stuff, because I've had parties like say back in Jersey, and where everybody had to be sober. Well, some people, snuck a couple before they came in my parties, whatever. During like Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving, whatever. But they didn't get so sloppy drunk. They just had like those shots before they get, how that is, right? But if they came to my house, you're not gonna drink, you're not gonna smoke pot, you're not gonna do anything. You see? Because that's my house. Just like, if I was, like, say if my friend came over and we were going to Walmart or to a meeting or whatever, and it's like, well, can I smoke in your car? Smoke cigarettes in your car? It's out of respect. You see? Yep. But every time we pass, like even last night, he's like, it's like, yeah, that's not pot smoke, that's just a skunk. There we go. You know what? Hold on, guys. Let me see if we can do this. I don't know if you... Hold on. Alright, let's see if we can... Alright, I'm here, guys. And yeah, we're getting all dark here. Dun, 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 dun. They're playing Metallica right now. Aaron, that used to live in the grandfather's house, right? Here they come. Wait, let me see. His kid's name is Revan, and I forget the other kid's name. Is that stupid? But they're growing up now. I remember when they were like so tall, right? Time flies, right? Well, just the other day, Aaron and his two boys went to a Metallica concert in Colorado. Pretty freaking cool, huh? Cool dad. And the kids actually play guitar. I'm pretty good too, actually. From what I saw from the video. I like to be their manager. How about that? Hey, that's a side hustle, right? Yeah, they're playing right now. Very cool. Oh, Revan and Jet. That's their names. Revan and Jet. But I remember the first time let me take my glasses off, right? He just went back in the house. Anyway, it's alright. I came here and back. Woo! What the hell was that? A beetle just flew right on my knee here. Alright, so when I came here in 2016, I came here before we got married to see if I liked in Oklahoma, right? And stuff. And Aaron and Brittany, they were still married, right? And Revan and Jet were really small. So I came here for 18 days to see if I liked her or not, right? Alright, so anyway, so Brittany invited us for dinner. Yeah. We should do that now. If I could, I would. I don't know how to build a campfire. So we went over there, and they were shooting guns off. Right? We went over there, and they had a 357 Magnum, right, on the railing of the porch, and that little, his name was Revan. That little kid, I forget how old he was. If he's 12, it must have been 2 or 3, right? And that kid was that close to that gun. I was like, oh my God, that kid's gonna, you know. But in Oklahoma, in Oklahoma, you learn to respect the gun. But still, you can still do something, you know, accidentally, you know. But I was so afraid of that, you know, because you hear about it all the time in the news. And you know what, too? He has a cousin named Joe, right? Who he's really close to. I bet you he's over there. Maybe not. I don't know. And when my mother-in-law passed away, he lives in Texas, this Joe guy, right? And he came up, and as soon as he saw Jim, and because he told me, he says, me and Jim are the same person. And so when we break down, when we start to cry, it's like waterworks. We'll never stop. You see? Oh, well. Yeah. Yeah, they're just jamming right now. Oh, turn it up, baby. Turn it up to 11, baby. Come on. Yeah. But see, out of respect for my husband, I'm not going. You know. But I'll tell you something, it does make me want to play the drums. My eyes are like that, like this. In fact, when the house was foreclosed on, my drum set was in one of Aaron's rooms. So they took the drum set and everything. I had an absolute blast chatting with you. Wishing you a great weekend. Rest up. Things will smooth out. Oh, you know what I forgot? Leia, don't loot. No. I forgot cyber hugs. Woo! Cyber hugs. Here, I'm going to give you a cyber hug. There. I love you, Leia. Thanks for being a friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, I forgot all about the cyber hug. That's like my thing I do on every stream. But thank you. Okay, and wait, you know what? There we go. How about that? Even though it's inverted. Yeah, oh, here, oh, wait. See, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, right, there we go. There you go. it takes a while for them to, you know, light the fireworks up and spark them up and let them fly. But, oh well. It's getting dark, guys. I don't know if you can really see me. Maybe that's a good thing, so you don't see my Jersey ugly mug. Yeah, I like it too. I think you're making the right choice, and you still got to share and enjoy the fireworks. Yeah, you're right. You know. I bet you Aaron and his kids are playing, you know. But if they ever do come over here, we are going, but I seriously doubt it because they're probably zooted, if you know what I mean. But if they ever came over here on an ordinary day saying, you know, we would love for you to come over sometime for maybe dinner and just talk and just get together. I did that, about a week ago with Cindy, right? She's like, oh, you're live streaming? I'm like, yeah. and there, I was filming a rabbit, and then I walked away and I showed her, you know, what happened with the wildfire, right? And it's like that, you know, and we're just, 100 feet away. Listen, we can still enjoy the music and the fireworks and stuff, and we can party our own way, right? I'm clean and sober, but I'm not dead, okay? You can still have a good time without the drugs and alcohol. Trust me, guys. I know. But like I said, if my husband walked out that door and said, okay, let's go, I would be probably in front of him and leading the way, you know? Oh, here we go. Woo! There we go. Here we go. Another one. Whoop. So, yeah, it's probably Reverend and Jet just fooling around on the guitars. They have a pretty cool dad, but he's going through health problems as far as I know. All that. See, it's like when I turn it to the whatchamacallit, right? So how you guys celebrating this 4th of July weekend? I hope you're having a safe and happy one. And please, guys, please do not drink and drive. Be responsible. Have a designated driver. You know. Save a life and yours too. And whoever's in the car with you. The couple I was referring to is I can't read this. Very trying to do. Sorry, girl. Yeah, you just don't prefer. It's too dark. Well, there. Hey, Jim. Say hello to Leia. It's too dark. Well, maybe if I hold on, we're gonna do something. We're gonna have a backlight. There. I'm gonna have a backlight. How about that? Does that help? No. Maybe not. No. Maybe like. How about like that? There you go. Jim, say hi to Leia. You know what? Oh, you did. Thanks for coming out. Cheap phone, cheap camera. Well, oh, there's other fireworks. Yeah, well, maybe I should go back in my studio, right? Listen, at least it's something. And they did something on YouTube where I don't know what the hell was going on. They said, I guess I put it on like screenshot or whatever. And I was like, what the hell? Did they do something new to YouTube Live? They did do something new, which is top fans, right? I don't know if I could press. Yeah, it's like XP. So I don't know what that's about. So I have to figure out what they're doing. Oh, here we go, guys. Woo! You see it? No. Too slow. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to tell you something, guys. There's a lot of AI slop on here, too. I know I do the AI crap, too, just to make fun, whatever, okay? Okay? All that stuff. I'll admit, I do it, but I do it for fun. I don't, all that stuff, right? But I feel like AI and the way they're pushing the commercials a lot and trying to push people to do the YouTube Premium, it's gonna. And now they're finding out a lot of people are watching YouTube on their TVs now. Not on their cell phone, it's on their TVs. I watch YouTube on my TV. So does Jim. I'm sweating. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God. Maybe I should have a wet t-shirt contest, guys. You know, I actually won a wet t-shirt contest in Fort Lauderdale when my band and I played in Fort Lickerdale on A1A at Highway Avenue. Hell yeah! I'm so proud of that. Anyway, those were the days. Those were the days that were fun. And I can admit, guys, and maybe you can too, that, when we start to use certain substances and drink or whatever, it was fun at first. But then it just, something clicked, and that was all she wrote, right? So here we go. It just, oh my God. Hold on, guys. We have a malfunction here. I'm sorry about that, guys. It was you guys went doing a super looper with my stand. I was trying to fix the stand and they're oh my God, they're playing Toby Keith, The Angry American. I love that song. I love that song. And please, guys, if you're out and about this weekend or any day and if you see a vet, please thank them for their service, because they sacrifice a whole hell of a lot for us to keep our freedoms and our liberties. You know what I mean? I always do. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Woo! go. Woo! Happy birthday, America! God bless the USA! Yep, God bless the USA. And, you know, if you are a veteran, thank you for your service and stuff. If you're going through a hard time, like especially with post-traumatic stress disorder, please dial 988. If you don't feel comfortable talking to me, if you don't have anybody to talk to, please dial 988 and then press 1. That will connect you to a trained counselor that is in the military or was in the military. So please, dial 988. 22 a day, guys. 22 a day. 22 veterans kill themselves because of post-traumatic stress disorder. 22 a day. And we have to do more for veterans. Oh, here we go, guys. Woo! There you go. Hell yeah! Woo! Hell yeah! Yeah. You are not alone if you're a U.S. veteran, woman or man. It gets better, guys. It gets better. There's so many resources for you, you know, even though that the VA might suck. And it's a letdown at times. But please, if you feel suicidal or homicidal and you don't feel like talking to me or a loved one or maybe a friend, please dial 988. It's a suicide crisis lifeline. Trained counselors are on call 24/7. And it's free and confidential. Just dial 988 and then 1. My father was in the Navy. He was in World War II. So was his father. He was in the Army. His father was in the Army. My father was in the Navy. I have a half-brother that was in the Navy. His name is Tommy. And Jim was in the service too from 1985 to, I think, 1998. Hold on. 1985, because that's when his father died. So it's 1985 through, I think, 1991? Or wait, or 1989? And he was stationed in Nuremberg, Germany. So, thank you for your service, honey. I love you. I love you. And I'm the Queen of Battlefield, and don't you forget it. So yeah, I'm in the I was in the Army, well, in a video game. But being the Queen of Battlefield, okay, is not the same as being in real war. You know, I can only imagine if I was in a real war, I would be like Private Benjamin. Have you ever seen that movie with Goldie Hawn? I actually have a short, and it's called In the Army Now, or Rocket Queen's in the Army Now. You should look it up. And it's me in the Army. Alan Jackson! Little bitty! I love that song! That brings back memories, that song. I'll tell you why. When I was in my addiction, I used to live in Dover in a pretty much a crack house. And there was this old man, Mike. And he had an apartment, you know, like in back of the house, like, right? And we used to hang out, you know, a whole bunch of us used to hang out, play poker, whatever, you know, hang out. And we used to love Alan Jackson. But anyway, so that song brings up a lot of memories to me. There you go, guys. You can't really see much, though. Yeah, damn trees in the way. There you go. I love the fishies. Woo, woo. Woo, ah. Ooh, ah. Ooh, one, oh, wow. One right by, where the band is. Hope the kids didn't get hurt. Yeah. You know what? I was thinking, right? Maybe I should... Woo! Wow! Yeah! Hell yeah! Shoot those babies off! Woo! Whoa! Yeah! Woo! Pretty freaking awesome, huh? Yeah. I was thinking maybe moving the, you know, the stand and chair over that way so you could see the fireworks more, but should we? But then you're not gonna see my beautiful Jersey mug. You know, I'm so narcissistic, right? So any of you out there have family members that were in the service? Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, maybe, you know, Space Force now? Yeah, I'll admit, guys, I would actually, if I was over there with Jim, I would dance. I would. I love to dance and just have a good time and just... But I have to stand by my man. And plus, we can still see the fireworks, right? They're playing a lot of Toby Keith. They're playing Come and Get It, Hello Baby. I love Toby Keith. I love him, and I'm telling you, ever since he died, there's been a void in country music. Now that Alan Jackson's retired, there's a bigger void now. George Strait retired. Now there's a bigger void. Who's going to fill that void? Who do you guys think is going to fill that void? Tim McGraw is having a lot of back issues and knee problems, and he's had 3 back surgeries and new knees, new knee replacement surgeries and all that crap. That's why I don't want back surgery. I know better. Yeah, I miss Toby Keith. I actually want to go to Norman, where he's buried. And he's buried right by his estate. And he did finish his, family plot and everything. And I just want to pay respects to him. Yes, I'm from Jersey. I love Toby Keith. Ever since 9/11, when he made that song. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time I play that song, most of the time I cry. Toby Keith. Nobody's going to fill his work boots. But anyway. Hold on, guys. I smell a skunk. Woo! I smell a skunk. You better not be coming my way. Because if that skunk sprays me, guess what? Jim has to go to Walmart and get a whole case of tomato juice so I can bathe in it. Killer Brew. Killer Brew, guys. Monster. Java Monster is the only rocket fuel for this rock queen. Hell fucking yeah! Killer Brew. They just came out with this, I guess a few months ago. And Jim's like, I can't believe you bought that on Amazon. And I'm like, why not? I don't have to drink more. I don't have to drink like 2 or 3 to get my fill of the regular stuff. I just have to drink 1, right? But I'm going to tell you something. I do not drink Java Monster when I think I'm going to go into a panic attack. I drink like maybe Coca-Cola or water and stuff, because I know when it's going to happen, So how are you guys celebrating your weekend? I hope you're having a safe one. I hope you're having a grand old time. I hope you're not going to drink and drive. Please do not drink and drive. Save yourself and other people. Get a designated driver. Please. Don't let the celebration this weekend end in tragedy. That's all I'm saying, guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And believe me, I've driven that way when I was in my addiction. Playing my friends, the band, my father used to drive that way. They're still playing Toby Keith songs. Man, I wish he would come out, okay? And just come out so we could just dance. You know, just dance. And what the hell? Wait, well, look at that. You see that? You can't see it. But a beetle flew right into my shirt. Yeah, the song's called A Little Bit Too Late, right? A Little Bit Too Late. And I remember this video. It's like him, he tied up his ex, right? He tied up his ex and he's building a wall so she can't escape and all that. He had the best videos, I swear. Big void, guys. Big void in country music. And the country music pretty much gave him a big U. Because he didn't want to go in the same groove as they did. But he did a lot for the military, guys. He did a lot for the military. He really did. With the USO and everything. He did a thing, I think, he was sickly. Like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, he was in Pennsylvania. And here we go, guys. Here we go. You see that? Yeah. I'm trying to listen to the song. You know. It's like dun 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 dun. Is that Toby Keith's song? I don't know. I pretty much know a lot of Toby Keith songs. There's one song by Toby Keith called "Tired." And I showed Jim that video like a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years, and I showed him that video, and he said, "Yeah, that's me. I'm tired." You know. There's a moth flying all over it. I mean, whatever. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Woo. Hell yeah! Blow them babies up. But if you know soldier guys that's, having hard times, reach out to them. Tell them that you care. Thank them for their service. And just talk to them. Just sit and talk to them. Talking is cheap, guys. Talking is cheap. You never know what somebody's going through unless you talk to them. 22 a day, guys. 22 a day. Oh, hold on, guys. Here's another one. There we go. Oh, that was a dud. You know who they're playing now? John Mellencamp. Isn't this America? You and me. Ain't this America? Land of the free, yeah. John Mellencamp. That's another good song. Yep. Ain't this America for you and me? Ain't this America, land of the free, oh baby. I hope, you know what? I hope they play a song by Montgomery Gentry, Small Town. This is my town. Whatever, right? That's a good song. Yep, that's a good song, guys. Do you know John Mellencamp actually smoked 5 packs a day, unfiltered? I think he still smokes 6 cigarettes. And his daughter's dying of cancer. Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Woo! Hell yeah, baby. You! Yeah. We like the boom booms. Didn't like them. Should I dance for you guys? No, Rocket, no! No! That'll ruin the fireworks show! I am gonna dance. I promise an EMT, and his name is Carson. And he's not named after Johnny Carson, he's named after Kit Carson. And all his brothers and sisters are named after cowboys, you know, and what. And when they were driving me off to the ER and stuff, I said, well, I love to dance and stuff, and, you know, and all that stuff. And so we were just, you know, conversating, whatever. And he said, yeah, I would like to see you dance. He's a young kid. But I found something out about him that I really want to incorporate something with my dance. And Carson, I'm shouting you out if you're watching this. I am going to do it. Okay? I just have to, my back has to be at a terrible pain level. Because I want to do it. I have an idea. And I think you're going to be shocked. Really shocked. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Woo, wow. I can't imagine how much they spent on fireworks. Those are big. I mean, those are like industrial fireworks. So, don't you think? I think somebody has connections to Grucci, the Italian fireworks company in New York. Oh, another John Mellencamp song. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. He hates this song. I don't know why. You know, doing the best they can. That was a song back in the day, guys. Don Mellencamp. You know what song I really like from Don Mellencamp? Paper and Fire. That's a rockin' tune. That's like gritty, hardcore, like. Yep. Those were the days, guys. Those were the days. You know. Oh yeah, life goes on. You want me to sing, guys? I'll sing it. And it, like after the people leave, right? When the living is gone. Yep. Anyway, guys, I'm really getting hot. I'm hot. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, here we go again. Woohoo! Hell yeah! Blasting those babies off. Hell yeah. I love this part. See, I would be dancing over there. I love this drum break right here. Yeah, I would be dancing over there. Just like go big or go home. Yeah. Life goes on. Yep. And living is gone. Oh, here we go again, guys. No, that's oh, there we go. They probably spent a lot of money on this. Trust me, guys. Because I checked out some of these prices on like TNT fireworks and whatever, and it's like, wow. Woo! Yeah. Burn, baby, burn. Well, I guess my mother-in-law has the best view, right? And so does Ann. I'm sure they're enjoying the view of the fireworks. But you know they paid good money for these fireworks because I was gonna have something for July 4th, but like I said, I was in the hospital, and all that. And I got like emails from TNT Fireworks and all these other fireworks places and stuff. And some of these like want like $700 for like these big, you know, bundles and stuff, you know. So they probably all chipped in, you know what I mean? But I think the tariffs too. I think there were saying something about the tariffs doing something with, the doing the prices of the fireworks, the tariffs, like, going up. Oh, born in the USA, the boss. And I'm totally against him now because of what he said overseas about America. You think he's celebrating the 4th of July this weekend? Of course he is. But he forgot what he said in Ireland or something like that? Yeah. Sellout. Yeah. So I'm totally against the boss. I'm born in the USA. Oh, they have a fountain going over there. Like, when you put in the ground and like fountains. But they probably put in like $100 each. Because they have a big family over there, so. Yep. I'm proud to be an American. I don't like the way things are going. I think I'm very disappointed in Trump and stuff. But I'm proud to be an American. And I thank God that my grandmother that was born in New Zealand all the way across the world immigrated to this great nation. And without her, I wouldn't be here. Here we go again, guys. Woo! Yeah! Ooh, yeah! Popcorn! Popcorn ain't on? Yeah! So pretty! Oh, I just love the 4th of July! Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Ah! Yay! More! We want more! Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh! Ah! Yeah! Burst those fireworks, baby! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! That was a good one, right? Yeah. I'm getting like hit by beetles. Like beetles and moths and wait, I'm trying to listen to this song. I would have a great set list for fireworks. I don't know what song this is. Oh, here we go again, guys. Wow! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Come on! That's right! Blast those fireworks! Come on! Miracle! Happy birthday, Miracle! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Ha ha! Woohoo! Yeah! Uh, I wish, he would come out, okay, and just have a seat here and just, whatever. It is what it is with him. Let's have a swig of Killer Brew, Monster Java. It's the only rocket fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah! No dancing! Oh, I'll dance. Oh yeah, you no, don't tell me not to dance. I will dance. I owe it to Carson. But here's another one. Woo, here we go again. Yeah, wow, yeah. Blast them up, baby. Yeah, we like those big ones. Come on. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Spread those fireworks out. Yeah, that's right. That's how we celebrate in the country. In Hickville, Oklahoma. Come on, yeah. Keep it coming. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Woo! Yeah. There you go, baby. Come on. Give me, yeah, that's it. More. Come on. Yeah. Woo-hoo, yeah. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Cheers, guys. Now, as far as dancing, if I heard them, I would... Oh, here you go. Guess who showed up? Hold on. No? I was just going to say hi.
Vic, I've already said hi on your stream.
I know, just say hi.
Hi.
Hi. You can't... He's so particular, I swear. Now, that you said no dancing, right?
Vic, because I'm listening to your stream. I catch what you say.
Woo! Here we go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on. Give us the big ones now. Oh, yeah. I like that. Woo-hoo! Come on. Yeah. Slap your mother and your father with those fireworks. What? What is wrong with him? It's getting to be really, he needs to snap out of it. I'm sorry. Oh, Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. That's a good song. Back in the 90s. Copperhead Road. Yeah. I love Steve Earle. Steve Earle is a recovering heroin addict. And actually, about 2-3 years ago, his son overdosed on heroin. He also has an autistic son. But yeah, I think actually he was inducted to the Songwriters Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Copperhead Road. Look that song up, guys. Early 90s. He looks so much different. Now Steve Earle looks like Jim. That's a good song to dance to. Yeah, Vic, I'm fixing to snap. Why? What's the matter? Something's wrong. And you know, too, like you know, I put the camera towards him, right? You can't really see him. Everybody knows what he looks like anyway, right? From my shorts and all that stuff, right? Something's triggering him, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. But I think it's from all the memories, and then just, you know, he has to deal with what he has to deal with. And I'm here for him. I'm his shield, you know. Trust me. But see, I'm not gonna go over there without him. All right, I'm not like that. I respect my husband and all that stuff. And it's because of the family dynamics, right? If Mark or Tina actually came over here to invite us, yeah, we'll go. No problem. But it's just the way they went about it. You know? I think he's reliving a lot of memories or something. I don't know. Last night we were out here, you know, we were hearing fireworks in the background and stuff. We were out there, right? Peaceful, quiet. Yeah, we heard the boom booms and all that, right? And so, like, we were out there for 4 hours, just me and him. I was doing stuff on you know, TikTok or whatever I was doing. And so just relaxing. It was actually the most peace I ever felt. Tonight it's totally different. Because his energy is affecting me, actually. Oh, here we go again, guys. Here we go. Whoa, yeah, baby. Come on. That's right. That's right. Fire them up, baby. Come on. Fire them up good. Blast them good, guys. That's right. Woo-hoo-hoo, yeah. We like that. We like that a lot. Yeah, baby. Come on. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Woo-hoo, yeah. Yeah, that's so colorful. So bright and vivid. And sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. Oh, yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo, look at that. That's right. That's right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Come on, baby. Woo-hoo, come on. Come on. That's what I like. That's what I like to see. That's right. Come on. Oh, yeah. Keep it coming. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. That's right. America. Happy birthday, America. Yeah. Woo! There we go. We're not finished yet. There we go. Ha ha. Now that was pretty freaking awesome, right? So anyway, we were out here for about 4 hours and stuff. It was kind of cool. It wasn't really that muggy. And no bugs really were bothering us. And to be honest with you, it was the most peace I ever felt in a long time. No joke. And now it's tonight it's totally different. Is it because they're shooting off the fireworks and ruining his peace and quiet. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe, like I said, guys, maybe he's just reliving all the memories with his family and his grandpa and, his grandfather, and just, I'll tell you one thing, no man's gonna not tell me not to dance. He just, I don't know. Believe me, I know I'm married, and a lot of people know I'm married and stuff. I don't cross that line, but I love to dance. I haven't danced in a while. AA has dances. NA has dances. Celebrate Recovery has, get-togethers and picnics and outings and stuff like that. Believe me, guys, you can still have fun, clean and sober. I know how to party, clean and sober. I can get kind of wild and crazy and just have a smash-tastic, rock-tastic good time. And he knows that. But he's really ruining the vibes, I'll tell you that much. So, and maybe too, he was trying to find Pawnee. And Pawnee was sitting on that step, and she disappeared. I thought he let her in. And I hope nothing happened to her. I don't know, guys. But I hope you guys are having a happy and safe 4th of July weekend celebration. Happy birthday, America. Please say thank you to a vet if you see him walking around, going about, and so just thank him. And if you know that a serviceman or a woman is going through their struggles with something, just reach out to them, show them you care, talk to them, sit down with them, go for a ride with them, maybe go for coffee with them, see what's going on with them, maybe, be that support so they can get some help for maybe post-traumatic stress disorder or alcoholism or addiction. "22 soldiers, servicemen and women, actually kill themselves a day. 22. So please, if you're a serviceman or a woman and you don't feel like talking to me, I understand that. If you don't have anybody to talk to, please dial 988. It's a suicide crisis lifeline. Trained counselors that were in the military will help you as much as they can. It's free and confidential, guys. So please, if you're a serviceman or a woman that needs to talk to somebody, please dial 988 +1 and we'll connect you to a trained, military trained counselor. You're worth it. You matter. Anyway, guys, I am gonna get off. And what? But thank you for joining me on my stream, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that came in here to join in the celebration of America's birthday. We had some fireworks going, right? We have the American flag here. Well, there you go. America! Woohoo! And, have a safe and happy weekend, guys. Please, please have a designated driver. Do not even drive buzzed and stuff. Don't let this celebration weekend turn into a tragedy and stuff. Have a designated driver. Do not drink and drive. So with that, guys, I'm Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters. I'm signing off, and happy birthday, America! We salute you guys, and thank you for your service to all the men and women, past and present, that made this country the way it is today, that sacrificed it all for us to live free and to have sell our liberties that are being taken away from us little by little thanks to AI and all that crap. But we're not going to talk about that. So have a safe one, guys. Please do not drink and drive. And I'll catch you later. This is Rock Queen 71 coming at you live. I'm signing off.